welcome back to my channel. It's simply Jessica here today with some very last minute Independence Day, 4th of July DIYs. Alright, so I'm just going to do two quick, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as we know, DIYs, because that is how I like it. And I know it's hot. I've been complaining. It is what it is, right? It will get better. I actually think here tomorrow it is supposed to be 71 degrees, which makes me so super happy. So I'm going to enjoy that. And from what I understand, tomorrow is the official price increase at Dollar Tree. I know some people have said that theirs have increased already. From what I understand here, it is going to increase as of tomorrow. So I'm not gonna lie, I think I probably will end up going there tonight at some point to kind of stock up possibly on some things that I like and or want prior to the price increase. So let's start DIYing this super cute wooden picture frame from Dollar Tree. We're just going to take the back off, take the middle out, because we're gonna do some painting on here first. So, red, white, and blue. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to use the same red, white, and blue with the mess I made over here last week. And we're just going to paint red, white, blue. Since it has 3 sections, we're going to use that to our advantage. Maybe. There we go. Not going to need a lot of paint. And we're just going to paint the 3 separate sections. So we're going to have, again, red on top, white on those little wooden balls in the middle, and then blue on the center. So I'm using a little bit of a smaller paintbrush just so I don't make a complete disaster while painting this. And I think with the balls, the center ones there, may just be like an over the top, kind of like painted on and then, you know, like with a baby wipe kind of, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes, all right? So first steps first, let's do the outside white. I mean red. All right, now don't forget the outsides, but it is all nice and red. We're gonna go in with the white, which I still haven't really figured out exactly how I want to do the white. So bear with me for a moment. And of course, since it is a DIY, you can do it however you would like. So I don't know if I just kind of want to brush over like this and kind of leave some of the wood showing. I have red on there somehow. I'm not 100% sure. So right now what I'm going to do is just that. Just take your paintbrush and just go over top of these cute little accents here. You don't need a lot of paint, just a little. And that might just be what I do, because I'm kind of liking how that's coming out. So just dip your brush in lightly and just go right over top of the little accents here. And this seems to be sucking in that paint pretty nicely. So I don't even think I'm going to go over it twice. Just to touch up just a little bit here and there. The red also, I only did 1 time. And maybe we'll go over it twice. Because now I feel like I want to touch it up a little bit. Because it really is soaking on in there. Which is great, because it's kind of what I was going for, or wanted to go for, where it's white, but it still has like that wood color to it. So, loving that. That's what we're going to do here. I think I forgot a section. And we're just going to let that go. And then we're going to go for the inside with your glue. And just, that's why I'm using a smaller brush, because I don't want to get the paint all over everything here. Like I just did, but that's okay. And just go all the way around with your blue. All right, everything is painted. We're gonna set this just to the side here to dry a little bit. The only thing I went over twice was the white, okay? Did a little touch up in little areas as well. But red, blue, one coat, okay? Let that dry. And I do love the white on there. And I love the way that the wood really soaks up the paint, and you can see the wood around the side. It gives it such a really cool rustic look. And that is where we're gonna leave that. Now, we're gonna take our little, well, either or, take this piece here, and we're gonna trace. As soon as I know what I did with the paper I wanted to use, here we go. Just because I love glitter. I am definitely a glitter girl. I don't usually add a lot of glitter to my projects, but we are going to today. So you're just going to trace the insert. Okay, that wasn't the most brilliant idea. So trace your insert, and then we're just going to cut that out. And then I have some beautiful glittered paper. That makes me happy. I'm going to try to kind of work with this while it's still wet, because I don't actually know where my heat gun is at the moment. But we're going to, you know what, we're going to use the glass, because we can go right on top of the glass. You don't have to. We're going to see how this works. Put your insert in and your backing, and right down you go. Flip this back over. Okay. Then what I want to do is take 3 of those nice stars that we just recently got from the Dollar Tree. What was it, yesterday? Just pick out 3. I think I'm going to leave them wooden as well. I'm not painting. And we're just going to glue them down diagonally like that. Just like so. But before we do, we're going to take those red stickers we bought as well, and we're going to go USA. Trying my best to get in the middle here. So we have a U. We got our S. And then our A. These stickers definitely came in handy, that's for sure. And I just ruined that A, so thank goodness they give you one with a bunch of them. Just trying to get that little center out of there. My nails aren't cooperating. There we go. And then our A. Just like that. We're going to take a little bit of hot glue right on the back here. Hopefully I have enough. And just glue those on. And then the A. And that is going to be that. Let's get the glue out of the way. But look how cute. Now, we could have done that without putting the glass in. You don't have to put the glass in if you don't want to. Perfectly fine and up to you. But look how cute that came out. I absolutely love it. And it's so quick, so easy, but it's beautiful. And you can just put this wherever you want. Just a nice little cute Independence Day decor piece. Beautiful. Stick that over to the side, close my paint. And then we're gonna move on to DIY number 2, which will not take us long either. We're gonna do some decoupaging, decoupaging. I never say it right. All right. We're gonna get some Mod Podge. I might need to find my heat gun for this. I'd love to know what I did with it. Give me 1 minute. All right, we are good to go. So I'm going to take the 3-pack of stars here. Now, this is going to be completely up to you. Whatever it is that you want to use as your backgrounds. This is what I'm picking. I am using these beautiful napkins from Dollar Tree, these beautiful napkins from Dollar Tree, and this beautiful ribbon from Dollar Tree. All of my stuff, if you haven't caught on, is from Dollar Tree. Let me just grab another paintbrush. Should we use that or should we use this? Let's see. We're going to take our Mod Podge. Whoa, 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 Jessica. What are you doing? We're going to dump some over here because I'm going to need it for the other ones. You are not going to use that because that's awful. You are going to cover this star. And we're going to do the iron-on method because it is definitely my favorite way to do this. I always say it wrong. Decoupaging, I always say it wrong. Somebody always points it out, but it's all right. So make sure you get all the way around this entire guy. All right. We are going to dry this. It doesn't take long. But I'll show you step 1 to the end. All right? So give that a good dry. You want it to be nice and dry. All right, now you want to take your napkin. We're going to see if I can get this peeled apart. Sometimes it's, well, that worked out well. I was going to say, sometimes it's not that easy. We're actually going to move that. Just so I know, it's a disaster. There we go. Now, you're just going to lay your napkin right over top. All right? You're going to take a piece of parchment paper and you're going to go, now let's move that up, right over top of that. Then you're going to take your iron. Here's my little cutesy little iron that I just unplugged. Get that back on. All right. Doesn't have a very long cord. And you're just going to go right over top of your star. Make sure you cover all bases. You could also cut the napkin down so you don't have so much to work with after, but it works fine after as well. So get that all over your star. Just working that in there. Pull that off, and now your napkin is attached. So, as you can see, right? Let me get this off of here. Now, I'm just going to quickly cut all around, then we can file it off. Use a little file. You could use sandpaper. You might be able to actually cut close enough that it's not really going to matter. So then just go around and get the excess off. Okay, now that you have the whole star trimmed, you can just take a little sanding block here and just go around the edges. And we're going to just get that excess off of there. You can also use a nail file. That works as well. But just go right around all of your edges and just look how sharp that looks. It looks flawless, right? And this is a reason that I love the iron-on method, honestly, because it really does it irons out any wrinkles you have in your tissue paper, in your napkins, or whatever the case may be. So I'm just going to go all the way around this and get rid of the excess around the edges. Okay, and that is the big star. And look how cute. Flawless. Absolutely flawless. So then we're going to go down to star number 2. And we're going to do the exact same first couple of steps. Cover, cover, cover in Mod Podge. Cover, cover. Get a nice coat on there. And then we're going to want to give it a nice dry, okay? Just make sure you get it all covered. And then we're going to dry it. Alright, and now that we are nice and dry, you're going to pick the next thing you're going to use, which I'm using the American flag napkins for this star. Now, reason being is I'm sure people are going to say I should have used it for the bigger one. Can't use it for the bigger one. It didn't fit. Okay? That is why I didn't use it for the bigger one. Now for this one, I am just going to cut. See, that's why. That's why you move everything out of your way. This one I'm going to cut just a square out of it, because it's much smaller. And then you're going to separate like so. You're going to figure out exactly how you want this on there. And I think I'm going to go just like this. You can kind of see through this one, which is good because it's kind of helping me figure out where I want to place it. Take your parchment paper and fix your napkin again because I just flung it all over. There we go. Parchment paper right on top. And just iron. This cord needs to be longer because it's killing me here. Alright. And just iron on. It's so simple, right? Iron, iron. And that's all you gotta do, guys. So once you iron this bad boy on, you're going to do like you did before. We're going to remove the excess napkin. Ooh, nice and hot still. We're going to remove the excess napkin just by cutting away what we can. Taking our sandpaper and getting it all completely nice and smooth. All right, so with that, we're going to repeat all of those steps using the ribbon for the small star. So I did all the steps. The star is on the ribbon. We're just gonna cut the ribbon, the excess ribbon off. Okay, so there is my star. Now, the ribbon's a little bit tougher, so what you're going to need to do is leave it a little bit longer around your sides. That way you can add Mod Podge to the sides, put your tissue paper there, take your iron, and go over top, like that. That way it folds down on the side here, and it gives you a nice, crisp look, all right? That's what I did. Now, I'm going to take my 3 beautiful stars and I need to plug the glue gun back in. See, when you're working with all of this stuff, now I gotta plug my glue gun back in. So, that can actually fall now. Yeah, we gotta let that heat up, but I'm gonna take just 2 of these little blocks. You get them as a set from Dollar Tree. And I'm dying in here. And I have the AC on. I'm sure you can probably hear it, but it is, well, you know, I'm going to complain. Okay? Anybody who knows me knows I'm going to complain. I don't normally complain with the heat, but this year, so I guess maybe I'm just not ready for it, or the mixture of that and menopause is not my best look, right? All right. So we're just going to take this block, add a little bit of hot glue, go into the center of your star to the best of your ability. I don't measure, I just kind of stick it. You're going to take your next star, add some hot glue there. You're going to go right on top of that wooden block there. And then we're going to repeat this step in this star. Where'd my smile we go? And then right down like that. So you have this super gorgeous star. Now, what I would like to do is add a little something here just to make it stand. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about it because I don't really want to see it. Might have to go sideways here maybe. Alright, but I'm just going to use these little tumbling blocks. I feel like I'm going to go sideways here and just glue it on like that. But I need to do it where I'm staring at it so I don't see it. Alright, so you're going to take your tumbling block right down the side of it here. Right around, right, well, if your glue gun will work for you. Right down the side. And you're going to glue this on here right in the back on the corner. So like this. Alright? And that, my friends, will make it stand. And I know that looks like crap right there because you can't see it. There we go. And then it stands. I love, love, love. Love these. Super easy, super adorable. I'll take a better picture of them off this messy, messy craft table. And that is it. Guys, have a fantastic day. And until next time, bye now.